Top 10 richest countries in Africa. Did you know Africa is one of the largest continents in the world? The second largest precisely. You guessed it right, it is also the second most populous continent. Africa is the first in both. Its landmass is about 30.3 million square kilometers, including adjacent islands. That also means that it covers 6% of Earth's total surface area and 20% of its land area. Africa. Today we're not talking about Africa's history. I want to show you the top 10 richest countries in Africa. To get the top richest countries in Africa, we have carefully considered each country's GNI per capita, overall GDP and GDP per capita. Note that some of these countries have a smaller GNI, but their GDP is quite high. Seychelles has the highest GNI of all African countries, but we have to put other things into consideration before making our list. So, here are the top 10 richest countries in Africa. Are you a fan of our videos? Check out our other videos by subscribing to this channel and liking this video. Number 10. Angola, $66.49 billion. With a GDP per capita of $6,880, Angola is the 10th richest country in Africa. Angola is a southern African nation with a population of 24.3 million and an area of 1.2467 million square kilometers. It is one of Africa's largest oil-producing countries due to its abundant mineral resources, and this contributes greatly to its economy. Angola's economy mainly relies on the oil, agriculture, construction, and manufacturing sectors. All of these are about 70% of the country's GDP. The country is also known for its high exports of diamonds, coca, and crude oil products. Angola's economy mainly relies on oil extraction, agriculture, construction, and manufacturing, accounting for more than 70% of the GDP. Angola's population is more young people, between the ages of 16 to 18 years, and a fertility rate of 5.55 births per woman. This makes the country one of the countries with a rapidly growing population. And yes, there are mixed Angolans. The country records about 2% mixed African and European, 1% European and 1.4% Chinese. Number 9. Ivory Coast, $70.99 billion with a GDP per capita of $5,640. Ivory Coast, also known as Côte d'Ivoire, is the 9th richest country in Africa. Ivory Coast has a population of 24.5 million and an area of 322,463 square kilometers. The West African country is known for its beach resorts, rainforests, and French colonial history. Ivory Coast economy's main booster is agriculture, and this is because agriculture contributes more than 50% to the country's total GDP. The country is known for exporting products like coca, beans, crude oil products, and palm oil. Although the country is doing well financially overall, the wealth inequality is extreme, making more than half of the population remain in poverty and in dire need. The fertility rate in the country is 4.68 births per woman. This contributes largely to the population growth. The median age of the population is 18.9 years. In other words, the population consists of more young people. Just like Angolans, Ivorians also have mixed people and non-Africans living in the country. In other words, about 4% of the population are not Africans. They include French, Lebanese, Vietnamese, and Spanish immigrants. Number 8. Ghana, $74.26 billion. Ghana is a country located in West Africa. Ghana takes the 8th position as the richest African country with a GDP per capita of $5,970, a population of 25.9 million, and an area of 238,533 square kilometers. The strength of Ghana's economy is in its production and exportation of gold and cocoa, which takes more than half of the country's total exports. The country owns small manufacturing companies that produce goods such as canned fish, processed meat, cigarettes, and so on. This has encouraged foreign countries to make new establishments in the country. The main cause of Ghana's population rapid growth is the country's growing fertility rate, which is currently around 3.89 births per woman. Ghana has about 3% white population who are citizens of the country. Number 7. Ethiopia, $93.97 billion. It might be a wonder that Ethiopia is considered one of the richest countries in Africa because it is one of the poorest countries in the world. However, since the GNI per capita, overall GDP, and GDP per capita are considered for each country, Ethiopia is on this list. With a GDP per capita of $2,970, Ethiopia's current population is about 117 million. Ethiopia's fertility rate is around 4.1 births per woman and has a population median age of 17.9 years of age. In more clear terms, about 60% of Ethiopia's population is under the age of 25. Number 6. Kenya, $106.04 billion with a population of 54 million people and an area of 582,646 square kilometers. Kenya remains the 47th largest country in the world in terms of landmass and the 140th most densely populated country on Earth. Kenya's fertility rate has decreased over the years. It is currently at 3.416 births per woman, which has contributed to the lower population growth rate. There has also been a remarkable improvement in Kenya's life expectancy. It increased from 59 years to 64 years in 2018. The country's current median age is 19.7 years of age. Moving on to the top 5. Number 5 is Morocco, with $124 billion. Morocco takes the 5th position with a GDP per capita of $8,030 and a population of 37.5 million people. Its landmass is 446,300 square kilometers. Morocco's economy is strong because of its diversity and remains one of Africa's best economies. The economy's strength doesn't lie in the exportation of agricultural products, mining and manufacturing products alone, but in the significant closeness with the foreign countries like Europe and most especially Spain. The country also depends on the production of phosphate, which helps the country's product exportation by 40%. However, even with the exportation of phosphate and other products, the country's economy still relies mainly on the agriculture and tourism sector. Number 4, Algeria, $151.46 billion. Algeria is one of the countries with the highest GNI per capita in Africa, so it's not a surprise that it's among the top 5. It is one of the wealthiest countries in Africa. Algeria has a GDP per capita of $11,430, a population of 44.9 million people, and an area of 2.3 million square kilometers. Algeria has influenced Africa's economy in no small way. The country's economy mainly relies on hydrocarbons and manufacturing of other products, which contribute 60% of the GDP. Hydrocarbons is important to Algeria in the exportation sector, as it contributes more than 95% of the country's exports and 75% to government revenue. The country's fertility rate is 3.05 births per woman. Number 3, South Africa, $329.53 billion. Just like Algeria, South Africa is also one of the countries with high GNI per capita in Africa. With a GDP per capita of $12,440, a population of 60.3 million, and an area of 1.2 million square kilometers, South Africa takes the 3rd position. The country's industrial sector strengthens the GDP. It accounts for over 35%, while mineral products like gold, diamonds, and coal make up 90% of exports. South Africa is blessed with natural resources. Number 2, Egypt, $394.28 billion. The historical country Egypt links Northeast Africa with the Middle East, and it is the 2nd richest country in Africa. Egypt has a GDP per capita of $13,080, a population of 102.3 million people, and an area of 999,450 square kilometers, and owns one of the strongest African currencies. From the country's ancient history to its modern architecture, we can say there's a lot to this country. Due to the country's years of historical significance, it is widely considered to be the foundation of human civilization. Egypt's economy's strength relies on agriculture, media production, construction, tourism, and transportation. About 50% of Egyptians are employed in agriculture. However, the country's agricultural sector only contributes 23% to its GDP. The tourism industry is another sector that contributes to the nation's GDP. And finally, number 1, Nigeria, $514.05 billion. Nigeria tops the list with a GDP per capita of $5,280, a population of 206.1 million, and an area of 910,770 square kilometers. Nigeria has the largest population in Africa. The large overall GDP of the country mainly relies on transport, infrastructure, tourism, and most especially the abundance of crude oil. Nigeria's natural resources are abundant. However, the country's economy is strongly affected by corruption and a rapidly growing population that requires more resources. In conclusion, a rich country does not equal rich citizens, and that is why some of these countries are still in poverty. That's all for today, guys. Thanks for sticking by the video, guys. We have come to the end of today's video on this channel. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, turn on the notification bell, and share your thoughts in the comment section below. See you in the next video. Till then, bye.